If it's in Hampton Roads, it's on the Hampton Roads Show.
Appreciate it. All right, we have a rockin' Tuesday show for you. Welcome to the Hampton Roads Show. That is our live audience today from the Simon Family Jewish Community Center in Virginia Beach. Coming up, we're going to find out about the 19th annual Virginia Festival of Jewish Film and how you can go to a screening.
It's Fitness Week on the Hampton Roads Show. Today, the sooner fitness is a part of a child's life, the longer those healthy habits will last. Up next, we'll have the details on some athletic programs to get children moving. Today, it's also Virginia Beach Restaurant Week. All this week, we're featuring great spots to dine out in Virginia Beach. We're in the kitchen today with Chef Scott Simpson and Ty Thaxton from Swan Terrace at Founders Inn, whipping up one of the delicious dishes you can try. Seared Virginia rockfish and fresh little neck clams, steamed with local white wine, garlic, and fresh herbs. Yummy.
Sounds good. Probably will catch the eye of Patrick Evans Hilton. He is in the studio today, our favorite foodie from Hampton Roads Magazine. We'll talk more about Virginia Beach Restaurant Week and a lot more happening here in Hampton Roads.
Plus, on this week's Wreck on the Road, we meet one Norfolk woman who is saving lives through the sport of boxing. And this time next month may be named the first ever female Olympic boxing coach for women's U.S.
See, that's what I need to be doing right there.
Fitness Week, right there. Fitness Week.
See if I can, yeah, I want to do that.
I don't know if you have what it takes to be a member of her program because she's
underestimate
really
Chris.
tough.
I feel a challenge. I mean, I could train.
You ready to go?
I could, you
Let's
know.
go.
I can.
Let's go.
Gotta
Show me that jab. Show me that jab. You know, the jab is your bread and butter.
Is it?
That's what she says.
Practice it.
Gloria says the jab is your bread and butter.
Oh, sorry. That was good, huh? Yeah.
All right, boil some water. We're going to have some mouth guards to make here in the kitchen later on today.
That's cool. I can't wait to see it.
You're about to drop something that could cause a fight in Norfolk.
Yeah, you know, it was a proposal has been put on the table for a new waterside complex, over $200 million to build a new and improved, much better waterside and check out the old, bring in the new. You know, waterside was built in 1983 and it was sort of a catalyst for redevelopment in the city of Norfolk.
Yeah.
But since then, you've got everything. You've got Nauticus, you've got the Battleship Wisconsin, you've got MacArthur Center, you've got Harbor Park, you've got the cruise ship terminal. Now the only thing lacking is the water side, and the city of Norfolk wants to do something different, so there is a proposal, and there it is.
Whoa!
Over
Nice.
$200 million to revamp it and make it special, beautiful, and gleamy. It's got a couple of new hotels, a convention center, and look, a Ferris wheel.
It's like an airport.
It looks exactly like this convention center in Kansas City where it's clear. That's nice. You think the Ferris wheel comes with it?
I don't know, but
That would
it
be
looks
false
nice.
advertising if it didn't.
I would hope to see one up there.
Well, there it is, a new proposal, and it's sort of what Norfolk needs now. You know, the old waterside was the catalyst for change, and now it is the only thing lacking. So it's kind of neat that it's come full circle.
Yeah.
And you know, a great piece of property, and the city of Norfolk has done a great job revitalizing the area. Now it's the next piece of the puzzle. The question is, do people in the city of Norfolk, are they on board with that? But it's going to cost them a lot of money.
Oh, it's huge.
And what will it cost the people, the taxpayers? Will it cost them anything?
I think the number is right around 70 million or something like that. I don't know. It's just a lot of money.
I don't want to guess, but it's a lot. It's a lot. Local developer pitched that plan, though. We'll see.
Interesting.
There's going to be one restaurant inside, according to the plan. I did read that. And it is Restaurant Week in Virginia Beach. But, you know, all the 7 cities have had their turn having Restaurant Week just about. So we're asking you this morning about your dining habits. Not like, do you chew with your mouth open kind of thing. We don't want to hear that.
With your hands.
Are you the type of person who will get out and try a new restaurant just because it's Restaurant Week and just, you know, when date night rolls around, do you feel like it's part of the adventure to say, let's go to a restaurant we've never gone to before, or do you kind of fall back on your same, you know, old favorites? I would say Kevin and I are kind of 50-50. Like, if we're just really in the mood for a good meal and to go sit and talk, we won't risk, you know, not having a good experience. But if we've heard, like, rave reviews about a new place, we'll go. We'll go.
You will?
But we definitely have those fallback places.
You know, last night, Kathy and I were talking about going out one night this week to try out a restaurant, and she wants to go to a tried and true, one of our favorites, and I keep saying, well, maybe we should try something different.
Yeah.
So it's gonna, we'll see what happens.
Did you go out?
We didn't go out last night. I said maybe not Monday night, tomorrow night.
You are going to take her.
Date night.
Tomorrow night.
You know, I was talking with
Date night.
myself last night, and I said, Self, where do we want to go eat?
Stop it.
So Self and I have decided, no, I'm kind of with you. I guess I would go either way, you know, go to the same restaurant if you know you're going to get that dining experience every single time, but I'd be open to something new.
Yeah. Okay. Or do you have like a special occasion restaurant where you or your family has gone to celebrate, you know, every major, all the graduations and the anniversaries and things like that?
I just called them out, sorry.
Mom and Dad.
My dad takes
Hi in
my
Alaska.
mom. Well, in Anchorage, you know, it's a place called Glacier Brew House. Top notch, but they seem to go there every anniversary.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
That's
Nothing wrong with that.
romantic.
Hey,
That is romantic.
Go Butch.
I like that.
All right, so let us know, and we are going to be talking more about Restaurant Week in Virginia Beach, and of course we've got a participating restaurant right over there in our kitchen. You can join our conversation a couple ways this morning. You can find us on Facebook at the Hampton Roadshow, or you can follow us on Twitter at hr_show.com.
Jeremy, join us. Come
All right.
to a tried and true spot
So your
where you
dining
know,
habits.
you know where it's going to happen.
You chew with your mouth.
Do you and
closed?
Kirsten have like your favorite little place?
Do you eat with your fingers?
You know, I mean, not any one place. I mean, we've got several places in mind that we like to eat around.
You just cook at home. You are like the chef. The apron.
Well, I cook about 4 or 5 days a week. Well, usually 5 days
Do
a
you
week.
really?
so-
Do you
For
really?
you,
Yeah.
Jeremy.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the chef. I'm the head chef. And then,
Really?
you know,
Well, look at
wife
I'm the
usually
head
tries to cook on the weekend, but some days I cover that shift too. So I'm a busy man.
So you work the full day here, you take care of the kids, and cook?
Yes.
And you just got me in big
I
trouble,
know,
pal.
Chris.
I
Well,
appreciate that.
what do you do, Chris?
I'll come
Like,
over to your
move
house
over.
and cook, but it'll cost you.
I'm a taxi.
Let's see what we got going on for today for the weather. And so if you're going to be cooking this evening, cook for warm weather because temperature is going to be topping off in the upper 60s today. A few spotty showers possible, chance of rain 30% tomorrow. Some early spotty showers as well. And then temperatures dropping. We'll go from the 50s down to the 40s. That's what the blue arrow represents. Staying chilly on Thursday, and then we'll warm it up just in time for the weekend, some mid to upper 50s. But there is a chance of rain on Saturday, and the chance looks pretty good. All right, so for the pop quiz for today, here you go. Connects historic triangle. Very scenic, 23 miles long, and early American. Put those
All
4
right.
clues together, pop them in, HamptonRoadshow.com, submit your answer.
I'm going to head on over to the kitchen, get some tips from the guys. You tell them what they can win today.
If you know the answer, I think Carrie already knows it.
do.
You will win screening passes for 4 to the new movie Man on a Ledge. Hey, Chris.
Heard that.
Hey guys, so thanks Jeremy for putting me on the spot, man. He just blew me out of the water, guys. All right, we're in the kitchen today. It is Virginia Beach Restaurant Week, and we're here with Chef Scott Simpson and Ty Thaxton from Swan Terrace, the restaurant at Founders Inn in Virginia Beach. Guys, what do we got going on today? We got a big favorite going on, don't we?
We do. Well, Virginia Restaurant Week is a big week for us,
Yeah.
and I know that you know we're very much about seasonality and local
Sure.
products. So today we're going to just do one of our signature dishes is Virginia's freshest catch. So I'm making some very fresh rockfish, seared rockfish, and we're going to do it up with some local clams as well and some local white wine.
I see the rockfish over here with the clams. You got a little bit of color through here, and we got a little bit.
Yeah, that's going to be a kind of snuck underneath the bread. The bread is going to be toasted, snuck underneath the fish with the sauce. So the sauce will kind of sop up into the bread. It makes a delicious accompaniment.
All right, Scott and Ty, we're going to get started in just a minute. Can't wait to see the finished product.
Great.
I also want to mention they did bring pastries, too.
That's right.
Nice.
Appreciate it. Still ahead on the Hampton Roadshow, from upcoming restaurant weeks to cooking classes with the top chefs in Hampton Roads. Our favorite foodie, Patrick Evans Hilton, has the scoop on this week's Tuesday's Taste.
But first, getting fit doesn't have to get your budget out of shape. Up next, the coupon consultant Lori Clayton, our fave, has some budget-saving shortcuts that will go the long run for fitness.
We are back now on the Hampton Roads Show with Scott Simpson from Swan Terrace Restaurant at the Founders Inn, along with Ty Thaxton. Just one of the fantastic eateries participating in Virginia Beach Restaurant Week. And we are whipping up a dish you can enjoy during the restaurant week. Virginia's freshest catch of the day, seared rockfish with fresh little neck clams, steamed with local white wine, garlic, and fresh herbs. Scott, this sounds great. Ty, you guys work together on a daily basis. Show me what we're going to do. Give me the ingredients and then get to it, boys.
All right, I'm going to let Ty explain a little bit about the fish and
Okay.
how he does that, and we'll get that sort of searing and started. I'll do another tomato portion of the dish, which is an accompaniment, and toast some bread, and then the very end we'll make the sauces the freshest finish to the whole dish.
All right, Ty, what you got going on?
What we have here is our fresh local rockfish. It was actually just caught yesterday. Picked it up from the local fish market. Another term for rockfish is actually striped bass. If you've ever heard of striped bass, rockfish is more of a local kind of Virginia term. And what we're going to do is going to get our Teflon pan nice and hot. I already put some olive oil in there to save a little bit of time. And as soon as it's hot, you're just going to gently drop the fish in there after you season it and kind of keep it pressed down a little bit just so it has a nice contact with the skin, and we're going to cook it about 90% on the skin side.
Now, one of the things I want to ask you right away is you've still got the skin on it. Most people, when they fillet their fish, the skin is off.
True.
It's off.
There's a lot of fish that have a very nice skin, actually, when you take the scales off and you can make it crispy, and it has a nice texture and flavor to the fish, actually.
Okay.
So.
All right, Ty. So what do you got going on now? You're just starting to get hot.
Yes, and as the fish starts to heat up a little bit, the skin tends to curl. So you want to keep it pressed down like I am right now with my fingers, and that keeps a nice contact, a surface area with the skin, so you have a nice crispy skin.
You can take the spatula as well, sort of press down on it if you have more than one fillet going, and just sort of keep it down. It's just the initial part of cooking, and it's a technique to get the skin, as he said, nice and crisp. And actually use the skin. Even you'll see in a lot of Asian restaurants, sushi, they'll cook the skin. It's kind of an accompaniment to some of your dishes. So this is so fresh. It's edible and nice, and as he said, so we include in there. While that's cooking, let me show you something that we do very simply with tomatoes that you can do at home. We take some small cherry tomatoes here, and we get those actually still on the vine. And I'm just going to take a few of those clusters here. You'll see these later on in the dish. But I'm going to take that, just a little bit of olive oil. Just make a nice grate olive oil, put a little bit on the top there. Take some salt, fresh ground pepper. This is so simple, but they come out delicious. And just a little bit of the fresh chopped garlic. And we use local elephant garlic. It's kind of milder. And just like this, and just move it around a little bit. I'm actually going to place the whole pan in the oven.
Okay.
All those flavors will infuse in the tomatoes. They come out nice and tender. The skin just gently bursts, and they're a very nice flavor to have it with your meal.
Okay, guys, we have about a minute left to go.
Okay.
I know it goes quick, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Show me what you got now. I mean, you guys work fast. That's part of your job.
Absolutely. So I'll get this pan hot right here, and then I simply put in a little bit of the oil. I'm going to throw in some more garlic. Okay. These are shallots. You can use onions if you have, don't have shallots at home, but onions are nice. You could even use a little bit of the bottom of some leeks. It's a nice item. So that's getting hot right now. As soon as, I don't want to burn the garlic, but as soon as the onions start to soften a little bit and the garlic has been cooked, I'm going to put in the fresh clams. And these are probably cooked through our break here, but these are a wonderful product that we have locally. I see oysters featured a lot, Chris, but I don't see clams used
not very often.
as much as I think they should be. So these clams come from a place called Hog Island. The company we get them from does a great job. They're wonderful. To me, I like them because I don't have to add a lot of salt to the dish. Between using these fresh clams that come from a very nice brine area of the ocean, I'm going to put in most of these clams right there. So I'm going to put that right there. I'm going to add a little bit of wine. I'm going to let that simmer, and then I'll finish the sauce when we come back.
Okay, and so the rockfish is almost done, right?
It's almost done. You want to cook it about 90% on the skin side, and just give it a quick flip and hit it with a little bit of butter, and you can turn your pan off, and it's ready to go. Okay,
you're going to have that finished up, and you've got this the sauce going, and also the tomatoes. We're going to wrap that up in just a few minutes. Scott and Ty, looks good.
Thank you very much.
All right, well, after eating that, you can exercise all you want, but no workout routine is effective without the proper diet. Nutrition plays a vital role in improving overall fitness. Tracy Conder is with us. She is a registered dietitian and certified sports specialist dietitian with Tidewater Performance, a division of Tidewater Physical Therapy. That is a mouthful, but you are here. Welcome, Tracy.
Thank you.
A lot of people, New Year's, their resolutions are to get in shape, lose weight. What are some easy ways to get started in a healthy direction for the new year?
The two best ways to get ready to start the new year healthy is to plan and then plan some more. The first plan that you're going to want to do is plan your goal, and you want that to be a goal that not just takes into consideration how many pounds you want to weigh, but also something subjective like improved energy, so that you don't just focus on how you look, but also how you feel. And then the second planning that you want to do, of course, is the pathway to reach that goal. And you want to make sure that it matches your personality. So I'll oftentimes ask people that I'm working with, when you're traveling, do you take the interstate or the scenic route? Because when you're trying to lose weight, if you take the scenic route, you're going to be much more comfortable making one change every week. So the first week they might make a goal to drink 10 glasses of water a day, and then the second week add vegetables to each meal. Whereas my interstate travelers, they just want to go ahead and reach their destination a little faster. They're going to make all the changes at one time.
Talk about metabolism. You hear that word so often. Explain exactly what it is.
Metabolism testing is extremely important. It's a real number that you can use to make a real solution for your weight control. The metabolism itself is actually the number of calories you burn at rest in a 24-hour period.
Okay.
So knowing that number is going to make you very successful for your weight loss. The metabolism testing that I do at Tidewater is actually a 10-minute breathing test. It's very simple, non-invasive, easy to do, and that gives people an actual number of what their metabolism is versus the predictors that are out there. So you can plug in your height, your weight, your age, your athletic or activity level, and you'll get a number. But a lot of times that's 10 to 30% off.
Really?
Whereas the metabolism testing is within 50 calories. You're going to pinpoint exactly what your metabolism is. And if you're eating even just 10% off, you could gain as much as 21 pounds in a year.
No. Oh, throwing the numbers out. This is very key, if not probably one of the most important things, but nutrition playing a factor with your diet and eating right, coupled with that. How important is that?
Right. It is extremely important to make sure that you're eating right when you're exercising. You want to make sure you're fueling your body before, during, and after your exercise, so you have enough energy. You don't want to feel sluggish and tired during your exercise.
And really quick, just want to tell me about Tidewater Blast.
Tidewater Blast is our new body fat loss and strength training program at Tidewater Performance, and it is the best program. It's combining all those sports nutrition tips as well as the best weight loss strategies ever. So it's in one great program for you. You're going to meet with me for a metabolism test, as well as that meal planning session. Then I provide 4 weekly classes, and then during that time you also get unlimited trainer-led classes by a personal trainer.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you so much, Tracy.
Thank
of course,
you
we're
so
going to put this information on our website. Tidewater Blast Body Fat Loss and Strength Training Program kicks off this week. It runs through February 24th. For more information, you can go to Tidewater Performance. Give them a call, 223-5612, or just visit them online at tidewaterperformance.com. Tracy, thank you.
Thank you so much.
We are in the Buzz Center this morning, and before we get to today's hot topics, I just want to show you what Scott and Ty brought in from Swan Terrace. It's only because this is why we love our chefs, because they take care of us. And maybe you can't see because there's this nice little line there, but check it out. Craig Marble gives us a great view of the treats that were brought in. And guys, we do appreciate this. It is Fitness Week, so we're going to let it sit right here and see how long we can just stay away from it.
All right, we're asking folks about their restaurant choices since, you brought the tray
what the heck?
Danish over
give it
here.
A shot.
All right, go ahead. I'll talk while you eat. Amanda says in terms of restaurants, she actually usually goes to Golden Corral. And she says they have 3 kids. They all want something different. She said everybody's happy when they go there. Elizabeth said she and her fiance are still pretty new to the area, so they actually do like to venture out and try new places when it's just us. But if they are taking their children somewhere, they definitely want to go somewhere where they know what to expect because they're picky.
I don't blame them. You always want to get the most for your money, and you know you want to get what you
Or if you're like inviting friends to join you out for dinner, maybe that's not the night to, unless everybody's interested in trying. Right, you want to go for something that
take a chance. Might discover something new.
Keep your comments coming there about Restaurant Week and what your dining habits are when it comes to trying someplace new or going to a place that's familiar. And also, we are taking your comments about the proposal for the Waterside property in downtown Norfolk. They're looking to build something very large and spacey in there since there's a lot of open space. So we'll show you the sketch and get your comments and share your comment. There it is. Let that sink in. Share your comments. We'll share them in the next Buzz segment.
I'm going to be rude and I'm going to talk with my mouth full. Sorry about that. Still to come on today's Wreck on the Road, saving lives through the sport of boxing. One Norfolk woman is a trailblazer in the sport and may soon be awarded by being named an Olympic coach. We'll talk about her dedication to the sport.
But first, a lifetime of fitness starts with good habits, and the sooner you start, the better. Up next, we'll talk with the folks from Cape Henry Collegiate about athletic programs that can go a long way towards lifelong fitness.
And don't forget our pop quiz. You could win screening passes for 4 to see the new film Man on a Ledge. Just log on to HamptonRoadshow.com. Click on the pop quiz button on the top right-hand corner of the screen.
Welcome back. Our live audience today is here to tell us about the 19th Annual Virginia Festival of Jewish Film kicks off this weekend. We have Amy Kohler, Director of Cultural Arts at the Simon Family JCC, to tell us more about some of the films, the event. Welcome to the Hampton Road Show, Amy. Tell me all about the festival.
Well, we're really excited. The purpose of the Cultural Arts in the Simon Family JCC is to bring culture to this community, and the film festival is our signature annual event. All the movies will screen at the TCC Roper Performing Arts Center in downtown Norfolk. The festival showcases 11 great international award-winning films in all. We have a festival screening committee, and they've selected from a pool of nearly 100 films.
Wow.
Coming up with films that are diverse, ranging from a pop rock musical to a documentary about the first Israeli astronaut, as well to a 1947 thriller, Crossfire, which was selected by our Virginian pilot entertainment writer and local legend, Mal Vincent, who will be actually introducing the film and discussing the film after on Thursday, the 26th.
Why is it important to have an event like this in the community and to showcase, films like this?
Well, I think it provides a way to introduce other international films that have a Jewish content to the large community. It also, we partner with TCC, and it gives their students an opportunity to expand their horizons on different cultures, different religions, different languages.
Yeah.
I would say that's the main thing.
How has it grown over the years? This is what, the 19th annual?
The 19th, and then next year will be the 20th. I mean, it's been tremendous. This year we have Alan Dershowitz, who is the author of The Case for Israel. We're doing a live feed with him after the viewing of The Case for Israel on Sunday, January 29th.
Okay.
So that's that we have a big celebrity who's doing a live feed with us
and
to
like you said,
do
there's
Q&A.
tons of films, and we don't have time to mention all of them, but they are going to be on the website in this story that you can click to see what days, what's playing what. We're going to have the information, the 19th Annual Virginia Film Festival. Tickets, passes, you can call 321-2338 or just go to simonfamilyj.org.
That is correct.
All right, Amy, thank you.
Thank you, and it's open to the public, so please, one and all, please come and join us in this wonderful festival.
Absolutely. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
I'm in the kitchen with Scott Simpson from Swan Terrace and Ty Thaxton. They are cooking fresh rockfish, and it's looking good. The clams are ready. We're going to come back and wrap it up and talk about Virginia Beach Restaurant Week in just a moment. And speaking of restaurants, it's a great time to dine out in Hampton Roads and discover a new favorite. Up next, Patrick Evans Hilton from Hampton Roads Magazine joins us with the scoop on local restaurant weeks. Coming up more on this week's Tuesday's Taste.
We've got to wait a little longer to taste that, but it is time for Tuesday's Taste with Patrick Evans Hilton, and today we're talking about Restaurant Week, cooking glasses, wine, and flowers.
So much.
All right, well, we better get started. First, it's lovely to see you again.
You too.
All right, now we need to get started.
Yes.
Before we run out of time, so last time you were here, you were talking about Restaurant Week starting with Virginia Beach.
That's right. What's going on now?
Yep, it's underway through Sunday.
That's right.
Next up will be Norfolk.
Norfolk is right on the heels of it. It starts Sunday, runs through for a week, and so it's just all kinds of great restaurants to try out in Norfolk too. This is really just the perfect holiday for foodies.
Okay, so you kicked off 7 days of dining at Smokehouse and Cooler.
Yes, I ate at Smokehouse and Cooler on
What'd you
Sunday
think?
out on the beach. Loved it. Last night I ate at Hot Tuna. Loved it. So I'm trying to hit someplace different every night this week.
Okay, and you said Norfolk Restaurant Week starts Sunday.
Yes,
right?
$10 lunches
Okay.
and dinners for $20 or $30.
That's awesome. All right. It's just like Virginia Beach's event, and also you said people should stay tuned because every city's going to have their turn for
That's
Restaurant
right. There's
Week.
more coming up.
Okay, Hampton and Suffolk and Portsmouth also have restaurant weeks coming up. Okay, you mentioned we'll put all the restaurants that are
Sure.
participating on the website. I mean, there's a lot of them: California Pizza Kitchen, Freemason Abbey.
And get online and check because some take reservations, some don't. And on my blog, there's also a few tips to make the most out of Restaurant Week.
Okay, so you can also go to www.downtownnorfolk.org if
That's
you want
right.
information for Norfolk. Okay, need to talk about a friend.
Yeah.
You know, Peter Coe passed recently. I know he was a good friend of yours, but folks in the area need to know if they ever went out and had a great meal, there's likely some kind of connection that comes back to Peter Coe.
Oh, sure. Peter really was the tastemaker for our region.
Yeah.
And just it's amazing how many people's lives he's touched, including so many different chefs. So a group of chefs that were friends of his are getting together, and we're going to have a cooking series that's going to benefit Lee's Friends, an advocacy group for cancer patients and their families.
Okay, so where will the classes be?
The classes start on February 7th, run pretty much every Tuesday. I think there's one Tuesday where it jumps, but if you get on Taste Unlimited's website, there's more details. But $125 per seat, but it's just incredible names like Bobby Huber, like Amy Brandt, like Rodney Einhorn, like Sam McGann.
Wow.
That's going to be teaching these great cooking classes. Starts off with a champagne reception, demonstrations, recipes. You get a cookbook, one of Peter's cookbooks when you leave, and then just a great meal.
I see on March 6th, Patrick Evans Hilton is going to be teaching a cooking
I'll be
class.
teaching a class there as well.
That's awesome. And all the classes are happening in their flagship store
Up on
in
Hampton
Norfolk,
Boulevard.
which is, if you haven't been in there yet, oh my gosh, it's huge. It's perfectly set up for what's going to happen there. Go to tasteunlimited.com, or you can call them 425-3011 extension 220 if you want to reserve a space in some of the cooking classes by some of those great local chefs.
And they will sell out, so do call fast.
I bet yours will. Shoot. Okay, what are you going to make? What are you going to be making?
I'm going to make old school crab cakes, and then I think we got a little bit of tease of a photo in there of the peanut butter and jelly dessert, which smack your mama good. It's a pound cake that is split into thirds, toasted, and then with homemade peanut butter on one layer and homemade strawberry preserves on the other, and sprinkled just a little bit with some powdered sugar.
Wow.
Yeah.
That looks fantastic. All right, sign up for Patrick's class or one of those cooking classes. I'm getting the we're out of time.
No worries.
I don't like that because there's more stuff, but the good news is the blog is limitless. PatrickEvansHilton.com. Check out the blog for all the things we talked about today that we went way too fast on and the things we didn't get to. And we're also going to put all the information at thehamptonroadshow.com.
And I'll be back in 2 weeks.
You will.
All right, from talking about food to actually cooking it for you, we got Scott Simpson from Swan Terrace Restaurant at Founders Inn, along with Ty Faxton, who are participating in Virginia Beach Restaurant Week. They are whipping up a dish you can enjoy during this very special week. Virginia's freshest catch of the day, seared rockfish with little neck clams, steamed with white wine, garlic, and fresh herbs. We already showed you how we're putting it together, and now it's going to be the final product, Scott.
Correct. I'm going to kind of talk you through it while Ty finishes it up here. The only thing we did during the break that you didn't get a chance to see was we added a little bit of local ham. You know, you have to put some of, like I said, we try and put everything together to showcase Virginia's finest.
Right.
So this is actually some ham from Surrey County, and we put that in there, and that gives it a nice flavor that I think complements the dish perfectly. Ty's adding just a little bit of cream in there. The wine reduced down at the same time the clams opened up. You can see here how nice the tomatoes came out. Very simple, but full of all that garlic flavor. One other thing we did during the break, which we didn't talk about, is we like to capture all the juices and put the dish together. We cut like a little bit of fresh baked bread, and we just toast that, and we put that actually in the oven, and then that becomes the base of the plate. It's kind of a French technique, but it sort of drinks up all the juices and gives you something to kind of eat along with the fish at the same time.
I love it when the sauce is good.
Yeah. Oh, the sauce is great. You don't want to miss anything, and I don't want people to have to tilt their plate in the restaurant.
No, we don't want to do that.
This is the way you get around that. So Ty's adding a little bit of fresh herbs. It's mainly parsley in there. We're going to put a little bit of fresh black pepper on top as well, and that sauce is coming together nicely. Now, if you like, and I do, I always put in just like a little pat of butter. It doesn't need it if you're trying to watch things, but a little bit in there I think goes well to kind of pull the sauce together. So I'm just going to let that melt on top. So you can see Ty has the croutons over there. The fish got seared nicely, and that'll go on top, and then we'll just put the sauce over it, and that dish is done.
And we're ready to plate.
Yeah, but I wanted to talk a little bit about our restaurant week.
Sure, go ahead.
I was so engaged in the conversation you were having earlier about whether to risk going out or not, trying a new place.
All right, from a professional, Scott, you're all in favor.
Right. If I could get every night off this week, if we weren't going to be so busy, I would love to go out and try new restaurants.
Sure.
Honestly, I think it's a perfect opportunity. I think that most of the chefs are going to want to show off, put out their best dishes, and you're getting a great value. So it's a wonderful time to try new places, I think. And you know, I'd try and go out every night if I could.
And Swan Terrace is a beautiful restaurant that has an excellent outdoor patio. However, it might be a little too cold for that right now. But inside, you've got new features like an oyster bar.
Right. We at the hotel there, we're always doing new things, and we decided to take advantage of, again, what's here, the bounty. So we have a wonderful oyster raw bar that just started up. We feature about 3 fresh oysters every night. We have crab ceviche with local crab. We have steamed mussels. It's a wonderful place to go. Sit at the counter, kind of watch into the kitchen and see what's happening there, and then go have dinner in the restaurant part.
Okay, we got about 1 minute left, guys. Ty has already got it plated up, and this is something that local people can come out and get.
No, right? We're showing you what we're going to make tonight for one of our specials.
Okay.
We have 3 items on our restaurant tasting menu tonight. One is a delicious domestic lamb.
Right.
The other thing, we make the homemade raviolis. I take grits, local grits, grind it up into like a fine flour, and we make pasta dough with it, and it's stuffed with lobster and collard greens. And then this is the third dish. Whatever the freshest available catch is, that's what we're going to make up special for tonight.
All right, Swan Terrace at Founders Inn and Spa at 5641 Indian River Road, Virginia Beach. You can call 366-5777 or go to foundersinn.com. It's Virginia Beach Restaurant Week. It runs through Sunday, January 22nd. More than 50 restaurants participating. You're going to find all about it all week long here on the Hampton Road Show. Scott Simpson, Ty Thaxton, you guys did a great job. And coming up in a few minutes, we get to try this wonderful dish.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, think losing weight has to be expensive? I don't think so, says our coupon consultant Lori Clayton. She's here with some tips on how to shrink your waist without shrinking your wallet. Welcome back.
Thank you, thank you.
All right,
thank you. Okay,
get to it.
First of all, we need to hit Farm Fresh Super Doubles. Last day is today. This is $35 worth of stuff. $10. $10. So, I mean, yeah, $10.
$10.
$10. Okay, anyway,
right.
So now you can quit making fun of me, but we'll move on.
We love it. Okay. $10, $35, $10. Okay.
That's right. Okay. So now,
talking about fitness.
Yeah,
yes.
you need to do fitness stuff. So in terms of equipment, where do you want to find equipment that's not going to break your budget? Five Below. They have some multiple locations out in Virginia Beach. I hear that they're kind of working on one in Chesapeake. That's a hope.
Okay.
They have weights. They have yoga mats. They have exercise balls for $5 or under. So you really, and that's one of those things where you're not spending a whole lot. So if you decide, okay, this isn't for me, you've not blown the bank on something you're not ever going to use again. Play It Again Sports. If you're looking for some of that bigger equipment, it's a chain that's like a secondhand store. So people will sell their sports equipment, their used sports equipment. They refurb it, take care of it, make sure it works, and then you can buy it at heavily discounted prices because most of the time it's barely been used.
Right.
So Play It Again Sports, but don't forget the thrift stores. We have seen great home gyms, great weights, great things. You know, you have to pick and choose and test it out while you're standing there. They understand that. They know you're going to test it out. But don't forget to check the thrift stores. So that's equipment. When you're looking at videos or programs, of course, I'm not going to tell you, you know how to buy video in the store. Netflix, instant streaming, has 32 different workout programs right on Netflix. Amazon, if you've got Amazon Prime, you've got that instant streaming. They don't have any of the free things, but they have, you can rent it for $2 or $3. You can check and see if that program is something you really like, and then buy it at a discounted rate because you're not paying for packaging. So that's something you definitely want to do. The other thing too is, don't forget about your video game consoles. We have Active 2, EA Active 2, but also there's an NFL training program. It is intense. They have sensors that go on your arms.
Does this go like this?
One goes right up here, the other one goes on your thigh, and then they have bands like the elastic, and it all comes with it. Yeah, it's amazing. And it comes with a USB port to plug in to your machine, but then also into your computer, and you can completely track your program and your
does it track your progress? Okay.
Yeah, it's great stuff. So you definitely want to do that. Now clothing, this is the time. It's all out there. It's getting ready to go on clearance. So if you're needing to pick up new clothing, definitely want to pick that up. So equipment, you don't have to spend a whole lot. Programs, you know, you can check that out where you're not having to pay a monthly membership, although that can be good for accountability. You want to evaluate that, but if you're looking to do something at home, this is the way to go.
And of course, we were talking about this, the one that's free and easy to do.
Walking.
Just walk.
Just walk. You know, park a little further away, take the steps, but get out in the neighborhood, even on some of these, and you know, it's 65 degrees today. Yeah, you definitely want to get out.
Advantage of a day like that.
Yep, that's right.
Great tips as always, Lori. Of course, we're going to link you to Lori's blog through our website. That is at thehamptonroadshow.com. Thank you.
Thank you.
And coming up next, one local female boxing coach is poised to make Olympic history. Find out about Gloria Peak on this week's edition of Rec on the Road.
And if the cold outside has you looking for ways to get your kids exercising inside, we've got some ideas coming up.
Welcome back. It's Fitness Week, and even though it is chilly outside, it's been all week, it is important to remember that our kids still need exercise. Today we're talking with Richard Plink, Director of Admissions from Cape Henry Collegiate. Richard, welcome to the Hampton Road Show.
Thank you.
So we're talking about fitness. We can't forget about the kids when it comes to staying fit and being active. What are some ways that parents can keep their kids active?
I think the first thing they want to do is look at their schools for opportunities. I know one of the things that we do with our young children, starting with 3- and 4-year-olds all through the lower school, is we get them involved daily, not just with recess time, but with organized activities. They have physical education 5 days a week, basing on skill development, looking at teamwork, and really getting those skills built into students at a young age. Once students get to be 16, 17 years old, it's too late to get them involved in athletics and in activities like that that are going to keep them fit.
What are some other ways that you guys, in addition to your PE classes and what you mentioned, that you guys can promote fitness to your students?
Well, one of the things we do, we get them involved in, the rock and roll half marathon, the last mile. We do the Shamrock. We get the young kids involved, and they do that starting in their PE classes, and then they'll get involved in those races on their own. We also do, through our dining service, we actually color code all of our food so that the kids have some ideas of what's good for them and what's not, because fitness isn't just being active, it's also learning those habits of what's good to eat and what's not good to eat, and that happens again at a young age.
Do you notice a difference in your students when they're active and being fit and getting out there at recess and physical education versus not so much?
Well, they need to have those outlets, because we're asking them to spend a long day at school, we're asking them to focus on those academics, again, even at a young age, and so they've got to have those outlets, and you need to have the sort of the unorganized outlets like the recess time, but then you need to have those organized times, physical education, where they can really develop those skills and feel good about themselves and burn off some of that energy that they have.
I know. So when they go home to mom and dad, they're a little bit more mellow.
Exactly.
Let's talk about the school a little bit. What sort of financial assistance do you offer for families that want to have their kids go there?
Well, we understand in an economy like this, everybody's watching their money, and I think it's important as a school that we recognize that it is expensive to send a student to independent school, especially if you have more than one child. So we offer both need and merit-based aid. Last year we gave out $1.6 million to families so that they can afford a Cape Henry education.
Really quick, let's talk about your open house this Sunday. What can families expect if they come in? Is it open to folks that haven't been there?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's open to everybody. You do not need to RSVP. It's Sunday. It's January 22nd. It's at 2 o'clock. We promise to have all those football families home to watch the games. But it's really a great opportunity for them to get to meet some administrators. We also have some seniors on campus so that they can talk about their experience. We encourage families to bring their children as well, so that way they can walk the campus and really get a feeling for what we're all about.
All right, Richard, some great information. Of course, we're going to have that information on our website. You can always give them a call, 481-2446, or just visit them online, capehenrycollegiate.org. Richard, thanks so much.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right, it's time now for Tuesday's edition of Rec on the Road.
That's right, Carrie. Today we meet boxing coach Gloria Peak, who may soon be named the first ever female Olympic boxing coach. But when it comes to the sport, she's in it for so much more than just boxing. In the heart of Norfolk lies Burrard Park. Located close to the tracks, the Team Norfolk boxing facility is buzzing on most nights.
Jazz is your bread and butter.
Boxing coach Gloria Peak runs a tight ship. She trains her athletes her way.
You got the rule book. It said no profanity, none. Every time I hear a curse word, that is 30 push-ups.
But women in boxing back in the 1970s was pretty much unheard of. And Gloria knew breaking in would be difficult and the road bumpy.
I'm still a woman in a man's world when it comes to boxing. Boxing is the ultimate. It's your gladiator sport. It's the last great domain of men. I mean, I couldn't have picked a tougher one to break into, and it was difficult.
But like a great boxer, Gloria learned to take the blows, and many of her biggest fights came outside the ring.
The male coaches were doing anything and everything they could to try to run me out of the sport. At the time, it was a little disturbing because, I was there for the kids.
As a corrections officer in upstate New York, Gloria has seen wasted lives and broken dreams.
I saw a lot of things. Broken dreams, families who were just devastated, who had done everything they could and just couldn't understand, why they were at that point.
Now she uses the sport of boxing to help save lives, knowing that she can't save everyone.
This is, a life-building experience. What I'm doing is basically investing in the future. I believe that the young people are our future. And instead of sitting around and complaining like everybody does, I believe that you have to step up to the plate and you have to make an investment. And if you want change, you've got to step in there and make change. And so I'm using boxing as a shepherd's hook and as a tool to make that change.
As for training champions, the truly great ones know how to take a punch and get off the mat. She uses that as a metaphor for life.
If I have a boxer who wins all the time and hasn't lost, I tell him, man, you're so far from being a champion, it's not funny. And they were like, what? I haven't lost. I said, right, you haven't lost. I said, a true champion is the one that can get up off the floor, dust himself off, and go on and win, okay? Or come back, because that's a champion. They've learned the taste of defeat, and they know what it's like. And so it helps to drive them, it helps to motivate them to go on and learn that, hey, any given time, anybody can be beat.
This time next month, the United States Olympic Boxing Committee will announce the first ever women's coach, and Gloria is almost a lock for that honor. While she says that honor will cap off her coaching career, the other goal is to leave a lasting legacy.
I've been successful with this. Kids from all over the country. I happen to be here in Norfolk, but this is not where I started. And I've been successful, and I've helped a lot of kids, and I want that to continue. So, I want to be able to pass this on, and make sure that it just keeps going.
Get rid of this chicken wing.
As you can tell, Gloria Peak is certainly old school. She does it her way. She demands respect from her athletes, and they give her respect in return. She's an amazing woman that's making a difference, and she's doing it for the right reasons. She's doing it for the kids. She wants to leave a lasting legacy, and this time next month, we're going to find out that she's going to be an Olympic boxing coach. Good story, huh, ladies?
Absolutely. We'll get the Hampton Roadshow Way to Go ready right now for when the official word comes down. That's great. You get some moves. I've never seen a swinging tire.
I think she can take me on as a student.
I'm sure she would love to. I'm sure you are just the kind of case she would love to see come right into
me,
her
myself,
gym.
and I dine at restaurants alone.
Oh,
no.
whatever.
Hot topics. We were getting back. You wanted people to marinate on the proposal.
Right. We showed people the one proposal, an artist rendering of what a local developer would like to do with the property currently known as Waterside. They want to make it very big and spacey and glassy.
Yeah. There it is.
There you
with
go.
The Ferris wheel.
And apparently they're bringing a Ferris wheel to replace the Berkeley Bridge. Some people will never notice the difference.
Yeah.
But we want to know, what do you think about that? And it kind of brings up this conversation that we've been having about Norfolk for a long, long time. What should happen to Waterside? Monty says, waste of money. He wants to see a Dave & Buster's down there or a casino. And he says, what is it with these old people in conference centers anyway? Of course, there was just a conversation about a conference center in Virginia Beach, too.
Jesse says that he likes the idea of new jobs, higher revenue for the city, and a conference center, but really hopes it doesn't take away from the budget as far as the schools and such. He's for it only if they put a White Castle restaurant in there.
Amanda said she's not one for gambling, but also thinks like the gambling boat and Waterside is a departure site. Could
Possibly.
make the whole thing amphibious. Let it just roll right into the water.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe not. All right, let's talk to Jeremy Wheeler has wandered back into our studio.
Jeremy,
All
welcome back.
Hey, yeah. Waterside, yeah. Anything that gets the families down there, that's you want to get the families down there, that's where the money is.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to have, it seems to have gone its side, so,
Yeah.
it sort of needs a change. They need a new paint scheme or something.
Yeah, a little something.
They need a little
boost,
something.
A little shot.
Oh, wow. We've got
All right.
this. Check it
Service. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Now, this needs to happen more often.
Hurry on.
All right, well, maybe I'll get one if I do good on the pop quiz. Here. Let's take a look.
There you go. Pete
at
much
the,
today.
Here's the 4 clues.
Pete and pastries.
What do you got for us, Jeremy?
Just take a look at it. And so, all right, so connects historic triangle, very scenic, 23 miles long, and early American. What do you think about this one?
It has something to do with like a trail. That's what I'm going to go with.
Trail,
Park? Is it some sort of parkway?
Drive along.
That was my first thought, but 23 miles seems long to me for the Colonial
It does,
Parkway.
but it is.
It is? It's
Colonial
23
Parkway,
miles
yeah,
long?
23 miles long, yeah.
Well, all right.
And the answer is Papa.
Colonial Parkway.
That's right, so I win a prize with
Yes,
the biggest pastry.
there you go. Awesome. And today's winner will receive movie passes to go see Man on the Ledge. In the meantime, I think it's time to go eat.
Yes.
I think so, too.
Does Pete like rockfish?
One.
What do you think? He probably catches more rockfish than anybody. I know he's not real.
Tomato.
Yeah.
Did ya?
Squirt it out.
Scott and Ty from Founders Inn, awesome job on this.
Thank
Have a
you for
great
having me.
restaurant week. Thanks for coming in. You did a great job.
And
Thank
we're
you very
passing
much,
out
Evan.
pastries courtesy of you to our audience. Want to thank them. The 19th Annual Virginia Festival of Jewish Film from the Simon Family Jewish Community Center in Virginia Beach. Make sure you go do that. And all of our other guests will have all that information on our website.
Yeah, supposed about restaurant week. Folks should probably make a reservation, you think?
Absolutely, I'd make a reservation.
Okay.
Fill up quick.
All right. Thanks very much. We'll be back tomorrow with another Hampton Road Show. Hope to see you tomorrow at 11.
Have a great morning.
See you guys.
Thank you.